Today's question comes from Dr. Cryptic on Twitter, who simply asks, how can you be a Christian and like Doctor Who? And then points me in the direction of the Runaway Bride, where we see the creation of Earth and God isn't there, and the Doctor's quote in The Rings of Akaten about the atoms forming Mary Galel. Now, I suppose there are various ways that I could answer that question. The first being quite simply to say that if I only liked and watched things that chimed exactly with my worldview, I probably wouldn't watch much telly. Another way would be to engage with the couple of examples that Dr. Cryptic has given. And in the case of the Runaway Bride, I would simply say, if I could go back in time and see the creation of the Earth, I'm not sure that I would expect to see God, any more than I would expect to see a Arachnos spaceship.
Eventually gravity takes hold. Say, one big rock, heavier than the others, starts to pull other rocks towards it. All the dust and gas and elements get pulled in, everything piling in until you get to the Earth. But the question is, what was that first rock?
Look.
Arachnos.
With the Rings of Akaten, yes, that speech did annoy me somewhat. It felt like the Doctor was being used as a mouthpiece for a particular philosophy that I'm in disagreement with. But then Doctor Who's also been used occasionally as a mouthpiece for Buddhism, for varying viewpoints, but mostly for telling really good stories, and that's what I enjoy about it. I think in the end, at the heart of this question, Dr. Cryptic and I probably have different conceptions of what Doctor Who and Christianity are. Probably more on the Christianity side, I would suspect. And I noticed from your Twitter profile that you are living in Oxford, so I'd be happy to go for a pint with you at some point and talk more about Doctor Who. I think that would be fun. Time for today's Only Connect quiz clue. Here's a new question. It's a round 2 question. What's fourth in a sequence? Here's the first clue. For 5 points, can you tell me what would come fourth? If you think you know, email min_dw@yahoo.co.uk. Do please keep the ideas flowing in. Use the hashtag TMDWP, just at me on Twitter, or of course there's the email address min_dw@yahoo.co.uk.